Good morning. Didn't make it all the way to Zach last night. Stopped a couple hours away and slept at a rest stop. 3 hours of sleep. Just woke up and I'm gonna finish the drive this morning. Hopefully hear some turkeys on the way down there. First things first, I need some coffee. How am I missing a sock?
Alright everybody, we're in a new location. It's the baby four season here and I'm driving around to listen for turkeys. I'm tired. Got in pretty late last night to the spot that we're camping. Hayden's on his way, but we've also got Roy, Keith, and Greg coming along, so pretty excited about it. We're in a state that we've never hunted before. We all like hunting in these hills, so it's a pretty easy decision. Pretty much the most rugged public land that we could find on the map, so that's pretty much the thought process there. That's about it. But right now I'm driving through some cool looking hills up here and maybe hear a turkey. I'm sure they're probably, oh man, oh, they're farm turkeys. I was like, they're on the ground, they're strutting. We're hunting. Let's see what we can find. Nice. I might have 2 new hunting dogs. Hey, come here. Hey. Come here. It's alright. It's alright. See your collar. You see this?
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as the call party is temporarily unavailable. Please try again later.
Well, I really don't know what to do about those dogs. Called the number that was on the collar and said it was temporarily unavailable. I texted the number, so hopefully they get back with me. Hate to see that, really. Just a couple dogs out here just trying to find a place to go. I feel like it should be pretty easy to find them if I need to again, because everywhere I went, anywhere close to them, they just ran up to me. So anyway, I'm gonna walk down this ridge a little bit, just look for a little bit of sign. Maybe get lucky and hear a gobble. I feel like I just heard one super faint. I don't even know, aside from just being like cows way down in there. So one thing that's different about hunting hills that have a lot of terrain in general is when you're listening for turkeys, you generally have to move a lot more to hear more. The places that we were in earlier in the season, you can hear a lot more from one spot just because it's so much flatter. Especially when the turkeys are up in the trees roosting and gobbling from the trees, you can hear them a lot better. But in a place like this, turkey can be tucked in a little cut or something, or on the backside of a ridge, and you won't even hear it until you're right on top of them. So one of the things that we've done over the years is covered a lot more ground in places like this on foot. But in the flat ground, we cover more ground in the vehicle. So don't get discouraged if you're not hearing them. I mean, there may be a turkey gobbling all morning that you just can't hear, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're in this bubble and you can hear him.
Hello.
You hear any?
I haven't heard a single bird.
I think I might have just heard one, but we're just gonna have to go on foot a lot, I think, which is fine with us.
Yep, that's not a problem.
I mean, I'm sure they're here. I just haven't heard anything, like, for sure. I'm not too worried about it.
I haven't heard anything, but I did see a hen from the road. Just focusing on these areas with some level of disturbance, whether it's burns, clear cuts, select cuts. I just came up now on this pretty big clear cut. I'm just gonna keep picking my way back towards camp, stopping every now and then to get out and look for sign or see if I can hear one gobble. Meet up with Zach back at camp and then figure out what our plan is for the rest of the day.
Laundry day. When you start getting this, like, kind of crust on there, you see that?
Oh yeah, that's foot cheese. I think the first laundromat I ever went to is with you. But they're like super useful. I never even considered it as an option before going with you. And it's like, why wouldn't you do this?
You're on the road, kind of perfect for a person on the road. I hate going into these places, and if I start smelling like that detergent in there, put me down.
Pay way more for like a single serve instead of just buying a bottle.
Right.
It doesn't take up a lot of space.
No.
Oh, they got Dexter's?
Is that good?
No.
Look at this. Look at this. Knee. Ooh. Oof. Yeah, I can smell that. Jeez.
Dexters anymore.
You gotta sweet talk it.
In life, you do need cash occasionally. It's weird. That's an expensive one.
Yeah. Well, it's a Dexter. I think you're putting it in upside down.
With these Dexters, man, it's just no doubt gonna be clean. 23 minutes left. Then we just gotta dry.
That's pretty quick.
Any more with these Dexters?
Yeah.
Zach and I just rolled into camp. We ran in town, got some groceries, filled their trucks up with gas, and now we're just unloading all our stuff. Sprayed all my gear down with permethrin because it's my first hunt of the year. So trying to keep the ticks off me. It's 80 degrees today, so it's super nice. I think we're supposed to have pretty nice weather the next week or so it should be a good time. We got this enclosed shelter, got this area over here to set up all the cook stuff, keep the coolers covered, and running water. Gonna be a good change of pace to have a comfortable place to park night after night. But we're getting ready to hit the road again. We're gonna run around, and Zach and I are just gonna bounce around together the rest of the evening and hike into some places and check for sign and hopefully see if we can roost something tonight. I think Keith and Roy are both getting in later tonight, and then Greg's coming tomorrow evening. We'll be after him in the woods tomorrow.
Alright, we're leaving our now newly set up camp, and I just got a text message from the guy that owns those dogs. He said that if you've seen the dogs, let me know. I'll come get them wherever they are. But we'll get back up there and see if we can find those dogs. And then that's kind of the last place I saw them. Good luck to y'all. Hope you don't get shot on opening day. Oh, hen.
Oh yeah.
Good hen?
Oh, it's a great hen. Well, we got 2 hens on the board.
We're
0 toms.
We're 2 hens on the board.
The tourists go down the trail. So Hayden and I right now, we're just walking down this road. I'm disguised as a tourist. A lot of times these roads are good track catchers, so you can see things like strut marks, droppings, and we can cover ground fast on this, and we can hear a lot. If we happen to hear a gobble, you know, that's gonna be a pretty good sign for tomorrow, but probably do the same thing in a couple other spots. Seems pretty perfect. It's big country. But it's definitely poop. It almost to me seems like coyote ate a hog. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's definitely an old tom track. More than likely. Okay, so they're here.
Like our tourist. Yeah, it's a tourist gone rogue. No, we ain't hunting. We're just tourists.
You admiring the ingenuity of this? I am, actually. It's kind of handy.
Hayden's always been a handy man. Whoever snores the loudest, I hope they're right beside me.
What time did you get in last night?
Like 12:30.
Jeez. So I was actually asleep really hard at that point already.
Y'all must have been if you didn't hear me pull in.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, he's leafed out already.
I'm ready.
Ready to hunt.
Truck there. Welcome back to turkey season. We went out scouting last night, and we definitely saw good habitat and saw a little bit of sign, but not a ton. So instead of diving into one of those pieces, we decided that we would just start here and keep checking out new areas. There's a ridge here that actually goes out and goes towards some of that stuff that we scouted yesterday. I have no expectation here. It just looks pretty nice on the map. There's other guys out and about. Definitely seen people driving past, and there's a guy in the first place that we were gonna pull off, but that's what you gotta expect on opening day. We're gonna hunt for a few hours here this morning, probably go back and edit, and then Greg will be here sometime this afternoon or evening. We got Roy here, we got Keith here. Pretty pumped. Are you pumped?
Yeah.
first day. It's gonna be awesome. It's just exciting to be back at it in the hills. I really like hunting hills, so I'm looking forward to this. One other thing that we should address. I am wearing glasses. The reason I'm wearing glasses is, if you remember back to our last trip, I had a bit of a red eye. Turns out my corneas were just all messed up, and I'd been wearing my contacts maybe a little too long, so eye doctor said put eye drops in, and been doing that. Also, no contacts for a month is what she said. We'll see how long I can last. I might make it like an hour out here today and be like, I gotta put contacts in. But that's why I'm still wearing my glasses. Anyway, it's about time they start gobbling, so we're gonna go ahead and get out the truck. Let's hunt. Private's a different one, isn't it? I mean, they're definitely around. I don't know at what point do you start doing something different. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We only found one set of tracks yesterday, so that's, yeah. Zach and I were talking about yesterday, it's like, there's so many like small little cuts and they're so deep that you might not hear a bird standing like here as opposed to like 30 yards over when you get like around an edge. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to really pinpoint them, and then like you move a little bit and you might put your ears on a bunch of new country that you think you might have been able to hear from here, but I think we can hear quite a bit from here.
Yeah. Sounds like he's
across
on the same level as us. Yeah. So it's probably across.
But there's public on both sides of that chunk.
Oh yeah, it's not that far to the other side of the public.
Yeah. 800 yards. Oh, there's
quite
multiples.
Quite a few. Oh hell, it could be farm turkeys.
Could be. They very well could be. Wouldn't that be our luck?
Uh-huh.
Spot number 2, Roy and I heard a couple birds cross this ditch. Seems like they're roosted on private, and we were unsure if they were farm turkeys, but after they hit the ground, they went quiet for quite some time. So thinking they are wild turkeys just seemed like something worth trying. So we're just gonna get right above that creek and get it set up and make a couple calls and see what they do. He just gobbled once again on his own, so we got a good idea where he's at. He sounds pretty dang close, doesn't he?
Sounds like public.
Yeah, he's for sure on public. Yeah. I wanted to go higher just in case he was further this way and not super thick.
Yeah.
You can always move closer to him. Looks like it opens up a little bit up there.
Yeah, there's a hen right over there, sounds like.
I thought I heard that too, but then...
There's a few down in there.
In that bottom. They gotta be.
Yeah.
Keep second guessing whether or not they're farm birds, but I think I've just gotta be confident that they're wild turkeys. And if they are farm birds, they're on public. And we're hunting farm birds.
They're on public. They're public turkeys. Let's just go ahead and cross this so we can know for sure. And if they're farm turkeys, then we can just try to burn it back as fast as we can.
I feel like there's no way they're not farm turkeys.
Kind of seems that way. They're gobbling.
And I'm not even sure they're on that public anymore.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of farm animals.
All kind of sound the same distance too.
Yeah.
Even if they're not farm turkeys, it seems like they're probably on private.
Yeah.
And
I feel like there's too many of them gobbling not to be farm turkeys.
Yeah.
For what we've seen for sign around here. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's 4 or 5 of them just in a wad right now.
Yeah. I would agree. But this one gobbling way back
might
over
be
there.
on the other side of the road. I was trying to decide whether we go around or maybe, I don't know, if I haven't heard from Zach, so he might be potentially there.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I think we probably just need to not waste any more time and try to find a different bird.
I think so.
No, they're farm turkeys. I've made my decision.
Let's get out of here. It's my least favorite thing in the world, actually.
It's a good warm-up walk. I gotta shed a layer already.
Thought maybe when my head got down on it that it would, like, my vision's so bad that if like my glasses aren't perfectly on my face, things get weird quick. And I thought maybe when I got down on it, it would be
shifted around.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's definitely not as good as when my face is up like this, and it's definitely not as good as my contacts. But I can still make a 40-yard shot.
It's adversity.
It's just adversity. We gotta overcome it. On the map, this looks like it's much more mature timber. This over here is obviously the burn stuff, but right down here is good. There's nothing here. Keith and I are just grinding, working, trying to get some thumbnails for this probably pretty pathetic video we're gonna have to make. Unless what we really just heard is real and it's a turkey gobbling somewhere down in there. But I was sitting here calling for the thumbnail picture. Yeah, for sure. Son, okay. Just take the thumbnail. So now in the thumbnail we'll Photoshop a photo of a turkey in there. Is he just absolutely lighting it up? We've got at least a half-hour drive over there. Unless we're gonna work our way down this road. See if we can get a better angle on it. I might just call and see if he keeps gobbling to it. Wait, listen. I think the decision then is like, is it worth us trying to drop a level, start working that ridge out? Because like, at this point I don't feel confident saying one way or another, because like down to that creek's still 900 yards down.
Yeah.
Like, to me it almost sounds like he could just be way down, yeah. I was just thinking that I was hungry though. I think I might have to go back to the, dude, I might have to go back to the truck. It's right there, might as well go get a snack, huh?
I ain't even gotta do it.
And he just gobbled on his own for us, huh?
Do it.
All right. That's like all public too. We don't got to worry about property lines, farm bird. That's a self gobbler, like right down that trail. Right?
Think so. Yeah. So we've got a 1-time, 2-time self-gobbler in there just doing it.
I was just about to call, and it's 9 o'clock, so a really good time to get one to gobble. Probably just lost his hens. He's hungry for love. We're gonna go give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get up that trail a little bit. Try to get on top of him.
Just easy on that trail. 200-300 yards. Hopefully he just gobbles on his own again. Hopefully he just keeps gobbling and we don't have to call to him until we're within
right there.
70 yards.
Yeah.
This one right here. Yeah. Or that one. We know he's here in this area. Go back, cruise this road some more, and find another one that we didn't mess up. You may have seen him potentially. Like now that I see that bench.
When we moved a little bit further this way, I heard another one, and it didn't sound quite as clear.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he was on that bench, but
That's why that second one that wasn't as clear. That's why I felt like he might have moved that way.
yeah.
Which is why I wanted to push up to here, because I felt like it was probably more likely that he was going to come up
Yeah.
on this left side.
Yeah.
But he either heard too many sticks break, could have heard me load the shotgun, but I didn't feel like I made a ton of noise, but
Yeah.
something spooked him. A little too aggressive on the first one, but that's okay. Keep being aggressive, eventually it's going to work out. All right, we got the mistakes out of the way. Farm bird chasing, too aggressive. Third time's the charm. Yeah, that's what they say at least.
Oh yeah.
Go find another one. Do you think we try to go this way or this way? We want to.
Either way. I think this one.
So yeah, so we need to head more that direction, towards those pines there. Just like right there. I think he's either on that far point across the river, or he's just right down in here in this hole, but it actually sounds to me more like he's right in the hole. He might just be right in that bowl. So here's the question. Do we want to take that one out or that one out? Looks like there's more hardwoods on that one. But I also see a bunch of deadfall here where I feel like those pines might be more open.
That's kind of what I was looking at right there. It's like an open approach to get above that wall.
This is like what we talk about all the time. You know, you get a big creek bottom, you get some disturbance. That is right here. Is he on the right side then?
Yeah.
I mean, this sort of disturbance is keeping hunters out too, because this absolutely sucks to walk through. Like, it's
Walking out west.
yeah. And he's lighting it up. Yeah. Hayden's on one, we're on one. Things, hey, if you just take a deep breath and have fun with it, good things happen. And I thought we were in wasteland, and I think we are in wasteland up top here, but down there it's really good.
Yeah, water, yeah. A lot of country between top and bottom.
Yeah. I think this gobbles again. He's going crazy. Got one goblin right down in here. Just gobbled right there. Yeah. Yeah. Now we just gotta figure out how to get down there. It's pretty thick up here. But we're hunting. I actually feel like this naturally feels like the easier way to go.
Yeah, and from there we might be able to get
Yeah.
still around that.
I think he's actually definitely on this side. I think once we get down here, as long as we don't get skyline by him, we should be fine. Need to kind of be a little bit cautious here. I know what you're thinking. Could it be a hunter? Maybe.
Probably not on this side.
Yeah. Kind of an interesting sign. Like she pipes up, he shuts down. I think if we get down in there and hang out for a couple hours, though, we'll get him. And he could just be a, what do they call those, 2-year-olds? Ready to tag out. I don't hate the idea. I'm just afraid as we go down, with it being so open, that we could just get spotted. It sounds like now maybe he's actually just on this. It's hard to say that from one gobble to the next.
Like he might have been in that, where you were saying, right on the backside of the central fin.
We can get him if we can get down in there. So if we can get in this bolt and go down or just take it out. I mean, I'm not really opposed to either because he's just close enough now that I'm thinking if we make too much noise down, like going through here,
Just pull him in.
pull him in or get him looking and see us. And he's just like, right. I mean, you know, do you know?
You hearing him?
Well, I actually heard, yeah.
I was looking at you.
So it was a hen. Not a hen. Doggone. Oh well, that's just
Came?
it must have came from across the way there.
Any trucks up on that road?
Well, yeah, that's the thing that's about public land turkey hunting that you just always got to be careful about. Is like, you never know where somebody else could come in from, and it's like not their fault, it's not our, it's just that there's too many access points to check. You can't check them all. I often hear people say, if there's somebody there before you, like, leave, and I think that's the case in most situations, but in some situations, somebody's parked in a different spot that you don't know even exists.
Well, like you said, that's a 25-minute drive for us to get over.
Right, yeah, it's like we could park here. Like, okay, this spot's clear. To check the other side coming in, we're talking, half-hour driving just to check it. That's just one way. But, I'm glad we didn't get in there faster, because then we just ran into the guy. Or gal. Sounds like they probably
Got it.
Probably. The shot's like literally exactly where we were gonna head to, so that's good. So Keith and I just figured now would be a good time to talk about some of the things that we learned this morning. I think number one is the turkeys are gonna be really hard to hear in some situations. That turkey was below us all morning and we didn't hear him until we got to the right angle. There's so many finger ridges off these main ridges that they can get tucked into a little bowl. And that's something that Hayden and I talked about yesterday a lot, is I think covering ground on foot is going to probably be more beneficial in most situations here, just because as you're moving along, you're able to hear into small cuts differently than you would be if you were just jumping bigger jumps in the vehicle. Because if you're driving from spot to spot, you're typically covering bigger chunks when you're listening. But when you're going on foot, you're able to hear every little crease. In this situation, we barely heard that turkey. If we would have been moving and not taking thumbnail pictures, we would have definitely heard. We definitely wouldn't have heard that turkey. We would have just walked right back to the truck, got in, and left. But because we were taking our time, stopping and listening often on foot, we eventually got the right angle to hear down in there. I think the other thing is, is, you know, sticking to the habitat diversity right here. It's been pretty aggressively burnt, so you got a lot of fixed cover, which is good for the hens for nesting. But then down there, closer to the creek bottom, you've got water and you've got more mature timber. And it's just the perfect recipe for turkeys, but we're gonna have to find another one now, because whether that one's dead or he got missed, he's probably gonna be pretty weird and pretty quiet for a while. So it's about 9:45 right now. Head back to the truck and either check out a couple other spots or just go back to camp. But Hayden said he was on a bird, so hopefully nobody beat him to that one. I didn't know that you were bulldozer certified. Bulldozer?
Oh, just ran him over? Yeah. No, I am. I took a course. Yeah, he was way closer than we thought. Like, we heard him from the road, and we just went up to this high point, and he was gobbling by himself, and he gobbled me less than 100 yards probably. And like, there was a pretty opening to the left, and if we would have just sat down, it would have been hard to shoot to the left there. So I tried to do like just a lateral move, but ended up moving forward a little bit to get to the tree I wanted, and he just didn't gobble after that. So I think we either...
So you never saw him run or
Never
anything?
saw him, no.
Did
Never
you call
potted.
to him?
Yeah.
Before?
After the fact.
After the fact.
Yeah, so...
But no, he'll probably still be there.
I don't think he was spooked hard, but definitely we should have just either sat down right there or backed up. We got two mistakes.
We got over that roll from the parking lot, and then he gobbled, and we were like, "Ooh, he's right there!"
Well, the night's hunt was a good one.
Where we messed that turkey up in the morning, and then that ridge, and then there's one like additional ridge in between those two. So I think we're gonna try that out tomorrow probably at some point. Maybe in the afternoon. I think we'll go back to that same place in the morning where we were on that one that was gobbling, and then if that doesn't pan out, go to that place in the afternoon. Yeah.
I think we're just gonna cruise. Just listen from the road, play it lazy again. Maybe check out those farm birds, see if they're real or not. Well, they're real. Whether they're wild or not,
Right.
we gotta determine yet.
It's still unclear.
All right. Well, let's eat. That's a plan.
Who's that? I got tortillas ready.
I'm a big Frank's guy, I guess. That's what it comes down to.
How did you know that you were a Frank's guy?
I knew I was, but
Everybody's a Frank's guy once you try it.
it's like, wow.
I was surprised. I'm a big Frank's guy.